And welcome back, everyone. We're playing more God of War. In this episode, more stuff in Athens, because we're a few years early to the Olympic Games. That were 2000, I think, for the Athens Olympic Games
2000.
most recently.
Yeah, it was 2000, right?
Yes, it was, because I remember I got a hat from it. My grandparents went to Athens during the Olympics, and they got me a hat.
Okay.
Because, why not?
You made him sound like it hurt, but, I mean, his health didn't go down.
Yeah, I know. Kratos makes weird grunting noises at certain points in the game. And if you guys have seen JonTron, for all that the stuff that's been going on recently with JonTron, with stuff he said on Twitter and whatever.
What did he say on Twitter?
Honestly,
I have no idea.
There's been a bunch of like stuff about like him saying certain things, and I don't even remember what exactly was going on. But a lot of people didn't like what he said.
It's like CeeLo.
Yeah, but on not as worse a level.
Whoa.
CeeLo was a lot worse.
Yeah, well, CeeLo's also pretentious ass, so
yeah.
Whatever.
But the point with JonTron, the reason I bring him up is because he did a video of Space Ace for the Super Nintendo. No, Space Ace for the Super Nintendo. Now, Space Ace in the Super Nintendo, if you jump, he makes a noise like he's being hurt. He's in pain every time you jump. And we decided to cut out because I kept falling.
Yeah.
I kept falling to my doom.
Instead of subjecting you guys to the repeated failures.
4 minutes of
falling.
It
was only like a couple minutes, but it was
But
enough.
To be fair, I don't think it was just me falling, because this is a very simple room to get through. So no, it's not me failing miserably on a very easy puzzle.
It was like you were just close enough, but it was like no, I'm not gonna.
Didn't I pause it also at some point? I think
so. I think I may have cut that out.
So it's like, yeah, that's all was removed, so you guys don't see it. How did that guard get there, by the way?
Fell from the roof.
But
don't question it. I think we talked about this before. Don't question the logic of games.
I know, but still.
That's a wall.
And I do. It is. They're all coming down the wall. That's why I kind of attacked them.
They're like chasing you slowly. They're like, we'll get to them.
Well, I thought it was going to be one of those preemptive things. And look at this guy shuffling his hands. He's like one of those drivers that...
It's the grandma.
The grandma shuffle. He's not moving, though. He's not going sideways. And that guy comes over, but not him. I just knock him off, because I don't want him. I don't want him on my wall. This is like old school Facebook when it was still called a wall.
That's still called a wall.
Yeah.
Except it's also a timeline.
Ooh. I found out why Facebook is blue.
Isn't it because he's colorblind?
Yes.
Yeah.
I always assumed it was because blue is like the most soothing color and appealing to look at.
I mean,
which I think
that's true as well.
It's not like there's a harsh blue. I mean, there are some kinds of blues that are harsh, but
yeah, I think when you get to a dark enough blue, it becomes less appealing, but it's not harsh.
Yeah,
where other colors can be a harsh color.
Yeah. Speaking of blue and things that are harsh,
well, let me say this real quick with the color blindness. That's also the same reason when you watch Christopher Nolan movies, there's a lot of blues and browns. Because it's to counteract, I think it's a red-green color blindness.
Yeah, it's the same one that
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
really cool.
with harsh and blue, your DS is blinking that blue light, which kind of reminded me of it actually.
Yes.
There's only on like certain devices. I've seen this with actually a family friend's refrigerator.
Yeah.
Where it has blue LED lights. For like text and stuff.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of like weird interconnectivity now with devices.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing there was a washing machine that can pick up calls for you.
Yeah.
But it's a washing machine.
Yes, there are weird things. However, that's not the direction I was going. Okay. But yes, that is a valid point.
Yes.
Weird devices. Internet connected fridges too. I've seen. But what I was getting at was this fridge had like the temperature sensor and stuff like that in a blue LED on a black background, which if you guys ever see anything like that, it's like stabbing yourself in the eye with a fork.
I don't think it's that bad.
Well, it's not that it hurts. It's just really, really hard to read. Like, very difficult to read.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Because I guess the blue is just, like, overwhelming to the eye or something, I guess. I don't know. That kind of...
They're definitely...
It's that light. It's the LED or whatever.
There are definitely certain colors you don't put on top of each other. Like, you don't do red over white or white over red. It doesn't work. Trust, it just does not.
Sorry, guys who do Christmas commercials. You've been doing it wrong.
It doesn't... It's just... It looks awful. I hate it whenever I see a Target commercial because of that. It's the...
They didn't do this for you.
No.
They don't want you. They don't care about Eduardo.
No. It's like the same thing if you ever see... I hate seeing this all the time. When people do presentations and they'll do, like, blue over white. That's also... I don't like
blue
that.
Over white does not work, but white over blue does. Like, white text on blue background. Mm-hmm. And it's like that navy background.
Yeah. Also, people drop shadows. Always use drop shadows.
Yes.
Just saying.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but like, I thought that had handles, and I wanted to move it. It totally
looked like it had handles.
And that's why I was running around it.
Totally looked like you could move it on a track, too.
Yeah, it's not that I didn't know how to use a ladder, it's because it looked like you could move it. Anyway, continue with drop shadows.
No, just drop shadows. If you're ever going to do any type of presentation or anything, and you're going to have text, drop shadows. That is... It just looks so amateur if you don't do that.
Depending if I use a drop shadow, I also generally use a stroke around it as well. Mm-hmm. It depends. It depends on the situation.
No, you're right. There are certain... I love how Medusa... the Medusa...
oh, yeah. Enemies can interact and hurt each other, which is awesome.
Yeah. But that was the one... But with the drop shadow thing, that's the first thing you learn if you take any type of actual video course. That when you do text, always do drop shadows. It looks so bad when you don't do that.
Yeah.
It looks like amateur hour.
Speaking of amateur hour for videos, other than us, mm-hmm. Not to be bashing on ourselves, but with what is it? I've seen a bunch of commercials lately for like. And I'm pretty sure everybody's seen something similar to this, where a local business doesn't have the money to do a good commercial.
Oh, yeah.
So they do something really, really half-assed. And it's like, Oh,
if you're hurting off of this, imagine how I feel. That's my chosen field I want to go into. Like, and I'm just looking at this, I'm just like, it could have hired me, and I would have done a better job. For free, just so I could be like, yeah, I made that.
You use the word hired and free in the same sentence, and a lot of people would smack you for it.
I don't care.
Myself included.
Well, you can hire a volunteer.
Yeah. Oh, climbing across ropes with enemies, always do the heavy attack. Heavy attacks give you more experience. Light attacks give you less experience, and I think a little bit of... or no experience for light attacks. If you do the grab will give you some health, magic, and experience. So a little bit of health, a little bit of magic, and some experience, but heavy attacks will give you the most, which is always pleasant.
Break his neck. I love how they lose the legs, but then they're like, oh, I lose my balance now, I guess. I can't stay on this anymore.
That one guy levitated up, the other guy levitated down. They're not even holding the rope anymore.
Dude, don't even worry about it. Got this.
They did so good with having him attached to the rope, but once they're hurt, then I guess it's because the number of enemies that are on the rope, or the rope is just undulating.
Yeah, I don't think the rope is an actual texture. I think it's just an image they rotate. I don't think it's an actual like 3D polygon.
Maybe I don't know.
I think that's why that happens.
Oh yeah, something can't get through that door.
Not yet.
Not until we free it.
Not unless we jam it. Oh, so you stop here for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't recall. It's been a while since I've actually recorded the game, so I don't remember some things that why.
I remember I was editing this and I was just like, should I cut out his standing there?
How long did I stand there for? Like
Just that amount of time.
Oh,
it was like a few seconds, and I was like, well, let me just leave.
I don't even know what I did. Oh, and I'm just waiting for these guys because
for whatever reason,
they're in sync, and then that third guy is just kind of lumbering around behind them, and B,
I thought you were gonna fire at them.
Oh,
and then he started doing a run around
because I was waiting for him. I didn't want to just stand there.
Just start firing.
But yeah, I did.
And then you only hit one.
Well,
and then, which could have easily taken out all of them before they even got here and saved yourself the trouble.
Yeah, but the one didn't even... He started walking past me, and then he walked back.
Well, he's like, well, guys, I gotta get in line.
Didn't see him, sorry.
No, that's just a waste.
Yeah, well... This is one of those I did that only because I wanted the experience orbs. And using that crossbow as a one-hit kill. So, that was my logic.
I think it's really strange that there's certain ways you can kill enemies and it just doesn't give you experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I left that one in.
Some
I think it's the only save time that I left in.
Well, now we have to. We're stuck. Now that we mentioned it, we can't cut out this loading the save screen. Good job.
I wasn't gonna get rid of it anyway.
Preservation.
Mm-hmm. Continuity preservation.
Yay.
They have people that they just hire. Their whole job is to make sure when they go to reshoot the scene or shoot the scene that goes afterwards.
Yeah.
Their whole job is to just pretty much make sure that
some don't do a very good job.
Well, I mean, okay, you also have to remember it's not the same person every single time. So if someone does it one day,
you'd think that it would be.
But they only the thing of it is that it's just notes that you write down. So if you write down that someone was wearing a white shirt and they had a flower on their lapel, and they don't mention which side, then obviously the next person's gonna be like, well, I think it looks better on the right side, even if the previous scene had it on the left side.
Okay, yeah.
So, like it's little things like that. Yeah, don't be afraid. I didn't like her voice. I thought she sounded
It is weird. Kind of annoying.
He was really disappointed. He wanted to grab boob.
Well, what I don't understand is it's like, Kratos, the ground is glowing around you and you can see through her. Why would you think you could touch?
Because he wanted to grab boob.
Apparently,
clearly, because he could have done it. Head.
Oh, and those freaking fluttering things, really annoying, by the way.
Which fluttering things?
The curtains, the big ones.
Nah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, a little bit annoying there. Ares at least looks a little cool. A little bit. It always annoyed me because it always just looked like his hair was just on fire.
Yeah, that's always really interesting. In this scene, though, it looks like he's just a ginger.
Yeah.
In other scenes, it's like actually glowing and it has, fire effects, but... Oh. You did this one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting who did what.
Oh, yeah, from episode 4 to...
12.
Yeah, that's all me.
Okay, well.
So if you guys see any problems, that's my fault.
It's all his fault. After that, it's mine, but see you guys later. Next time.